Warm greetings to all my dear ones, my beloved companions. I hope your morning has started well and that you remain in peace and joy until the end of the night. The horoscope in this video belongs to the 3 signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. First of all, thank you for being here, and I am grateful for the presence of my higher self, which is with me, within me, and is my guide. I hope what I express here will be a light of hope that enters your life and makes the path of these 7 years easier for you. This is the first sign, Capricorn, right here, where after 84 years, Uranus finally makes its way into the 6th house of Capricorn. Uranus in the 6th house is the house of health, career, your work life, your daily matters, and your identity. This 6th house won't let go of Capricorn's work. It's Capricorn and their work. And once again, for 7 years, it's in that same house where your career is concerned, what you do, who you are in society, what your identity is, and the daily tasks that will gradually change over these 7 years. After 84 years, Uranus comes to shake all those foundations and the basis of the things you believed in outside of yourself and in the external world, and to give you a new and more solid structure in terms of your thought, your mind, your work, and your behavior. I promise you that at the end of these 7 years, if you haven't yet reached awareness and have doubts about certain things, which is a sign of, for example, having prejudice towards a party, a culture, a country, a person, or a hero, all of these after 7 years will completely change within you. You will become a person who reaches the truth, and prejudice itself, being prejudiced about something, is a sign of ignorance. And if you have this trait where Capricorns usually come to believe in something and dedicate their whole lives to it, sometimes it can just be your work, your family, your life, or your money making. But all these structures come together to give you a new Capricorn after 7 years. We all experience Uranus in Gemini only once in our lives. And some don't even have the fortune to see this transformation because their lives don't reach that point. But these 7 years you are here because you want that step-by-step structure to learn that in the supernatural world, everything is not step-by-step. Rather, it's based on things that have been propagandized and remained in our brains. And you, as an honest human, always try to follow the rules. You always have honesty in the work you are doing. And then these 7 years, of course, over time, it starts to change. That what company am I working for? Who does this company itself work for? What group are they in? Who am I sacrificing my life and family for? For what? For what religion? For what country? For what ideology? And these gradually come to you, strange changes and transformations that today you cannot imagine in the small human brain to come into your life. Another issue that will greatly affect Capricorn is that you learn how to express your own feelings. You, as a Capricorn, always think that when you are a provider, meaning you provide financial matters and welfare for your family, you are performing your human duty. But where does this drain your energy from? From the fact that you learned in childhood that for there to be silence, for everything to be peaceful, for fights not to break out, for me to truly be in a state of comfort, I feel that I must carefully control my emotions and keep them hidden inside myself, focusing seriously on my work and making steady progress. These 7 years will gradually change this way of thinking in you. It's going to be a combination of me who doesn't know how to express my feelings, me who has always hidden them. I've hurt my inner child and focused only on succeeding and working, on being hardworking and mixing these two together. And to know that for the ones I love, just a house and a lifestyle aren't enough for them. They want to hear that you love them and they want to be touched, just as you yourself would like to be touched. And it brings love into your body. Love is already there, but you've hidden it. And this builds a bridge between daily tasks and work outside the home. Feelings, thoughts, all of these come together. An earthquake shakes things up, like putting chickpeas, beans, and lentils all into one can. It mixes them all together and makes a delicious meal, which is this new Capricorn after 7 years. Questions that are asked about you. Sometimes you sit in private and ask yourself, who am I? What is my identity? I am more than just my job. What about my health? How much time do I actually spend on myself each day? Time for silence, for inner peace, for gentle exercise, or simply sitting quietly in nature under a tree? How much time do I really spend, or is it just work, work, work? Your family environment will completely change. It will become warmer and much more full of love, because you'll learn to tell those you love that you love them instead of hiding it and trying to show it through actions. Learning how to put it into words, how to hear it, and how to express it. Your health will improve significantly. Even your appearance will change. Past pains will be soothed, you will find healing, and all of this will happen gradually. It will leave your mind and be archived somewhere, but it won't bother you anymore or be carried with you every day. You'll go to work with more passion and energy, and there's a chance for a truly excellent job offer coming your way. If technology wasn't part of your work before, it's coming in now, or perhaps new groups will be joining you. Or it's possible that you, whether as a side hustle or as your primary and permanent career, choose a field where instead of doing manual labor, you transition into teaching others. Start a podcast about this subject or go online and offer training to those who are just starting out. These things will be incredibly beneficial for you over these 7 years and will continue to grow. What I've learned in the past, whether from 38 years ago or from 2020 or 2012, depending on your age, I've learned these things, and you are a master. In whatever you undertake, you are truly responsible and a master. And now I shall teach those who are younger and have less experience. Think about it. It might take 2 years, but you'll eventually find the path to serve humanity with your knowledge, instead of once again sacrificing your physical health and your daily time. And over time, after we leave the old world behind within the next year or two, we've broken the old system and entered a new one, entered a golden world where systems must be rebuilt from scratch. You too will absolutely reach high levels with these transformations, but you just really need to take your frame of mind, your mindset, which worked so well with the previous system, and change it. And then this will cause you to go to work with more love, with a calmer spirit. You will have very controlled and calm nerves. You'll enjoy life more. You'll enjoy your family more. And another thing is that if you use chemicals, by next year you will completely set them aside and you'll use more natural things. That is, you won't see any need at all for your back pain, for your nerves, for your high blood pressure, for the stress you have in life to use chemicals at all. Rather, nature itself, when you create harmony between your inner world and the outer, the universe itself will heal you, and you won't need any pills or medicine or anything like that. And if you have back pain, it might even disappear. You'll become a much healthier person overall, with a better look and a new, more charming appearance. Your work environment might change, and as I mentioned, the job itself might stay the same, but new technology could be introduced. It's even possible that your role or position within your current job will change. Overall, Uranus is coming to transform your life, your health, your work, your lifestyle, your work habits, and bring major changes to your professional environment. And in about 7 years, a completely different person will slowly emerge from within the one who is now passing away. You will truly experience a genuine rebirth. This new person will be incredibly responsible, happy in their family life, free of major issues, and physically much healthier and stronger. That old step-by-step approach won't work in this new system. That was the old way, starting as a soldier, then becoming a general, then this, then that. Starting as a laborer, then becoming a clerk, then a manager. That's the traditional Capricorn way of thinking. All of that is falling apart, and in the midst of it, you need to discover where your true talents and creative powers lie. You might even quit your job to pursue art, something you've never done before, a talent for the arts you never knew you had. Try to find and truly discover these special talents within yourself, and make sure to nurture and develop them. Take the opportunity to experiment with them during your free time, exploring and practicing as much as you can. Practice them, music, art, whatever you're good at but might not realize yet, like writing or anything else. You'll see signs of what you're truly good at and where your future path is leading. In the last 10 days of April, pay attention to what happens, whether you receive a message or have a significant conversation at work. Any message from a close friend, a job offer, or finding yourself unexpectedly on a new path in life, or even a door closing, whether in your family or in your professional life. And as for emotional relationships, take any message you receive seriously, because your higher self is sending you a message that this must be closed right here, and it is opening up for you right here, and that is the path that you will be on for the next 7 years. It's a very fruitful 7 years. We will experience infinite internal and external transformations. And after 7 years, you'll be in a completely different world, so much so that when you look back at your past, you won't even recognize yourself. Wishing the best for you, dear Capricorns. And now for the lovely Aquarians. Uranus is moving into your 5th house. After years of being lost, it's as if you found your GPS. You didn't know where you were, others didn't know who you were or what you were doing. You were completely lost. And this being lost was because of the next 7 years, where you'll find yourself exactly from the entry of 2626, meaning it falls into that path that will change your life for the next 7 and then 35 years. You'll fall into that. Uranus is your own planet, meaning it feels like it's at home, and Gemini is your lifelong friend. You're two souls who are connected, who have a relationship, and this Gemini in Aquarius is the best situation that could happen for Aquarius. Where is the 5th house? The 5th house is the house of creative power, the power to put the thoughts you had in your mind into practice. It's a time when instead of just having a collection of strange ideas in your head, you now take action and turn them into reality. It's the house of children. You will discover the talents of children if you have children, their talents, or your own talents, that inner child of yours that was lost, didn't know, was hurt, had become weary from all the issues that had happened to it. Because you don't actually live on this planet Earth, you're something of a bridge between that world and this world. Most of you, if you have discovered yourselves, and that's why it was hard to establish yourselves in the environment you're in on planet Earth. And now these 7 years are your time. You have returned home. You are in your home. With peace, the flashes that come don't frighten you, but rather they come to announce these changes to you, and you put them into practice. Things you hadn't acted upon, you had only thought about, but now is the time to help with growth and awareness, to provide service to humanity. Fulfill your wishes and aspirations, introduce new ideals to the world. You are one of the leaders standing at the front, a role model for others. Do not underestimate yourselves. And by no means repeat the things you did in the past. This is the secret to your success. If you want to go back to the past and perform the same actions you used to do, you will get nowhere and will become even more lost. These back alleys you had gone through were only so that today you could appreciate, be thankful, be grateful that all these paths were so that I wouldn't get lost anymore. I found my way, I found the highway, and now on the highway, you shouldn't have that former confusion, you shouldn't have that former disorder, that former isolation, or engage in those past behaviors like this happened to me because so-and-so did this to me in my childhood. Put all of these aside and bring out your powers, because your powers truly shine across the entire planet. In every corner where there's an Aquarius, a spark comes out from there. Sudden events will be infinitely numerous, but you must say that these have come to dismantle the previous system and build the new system of which you are the leaders, and the Geminis are at the front and the other signs are behind them. You build it. The new world is in your hands. After these 7 years, or during these 7 years, the first 2 of which are truly difficult, we haven't settled in yet. We're still taking a bulldozer to the old world. But after 2 years, in another 1.5 years, we'll start building, and the world needs you. And you feel as though you've truly been born again, becoming a completely new person. From being that person who just talked but didn't act much, you've now become someone who's full of wit, full of creativity, and you are truly, fully living your days. You have joy, you have happiness, and all of this returns to your life, and you enjoy yourself. It doesn't matter at all what others say anymore. What matters is that you'll believe in yourself and fall in love with yourself. The excitement of life returns. Purpose now takes the place of aimlessness. Whatever was broken in the home and family environment, whether it's your rising sign, those who have their moon in this sign, or those born under Aquarius, they all seem to find the key to happiness. Blessings come to their homes. They enjoy their lives, their moments. They no longer think about past suffering, but look at it as an experience. Love and abundance will surround you and your environment. The spark of life returns home. And as I said, you find the key to happiness. Unlike the monotonous and boring life of previous years, maybe it's been 38 years, 12 years, or since 2012, all of this, especially since 2017, when you fell into a stage of not knowing who I am or what I want to do. Now you're able to find yourself. You're able to bring out your talents within yourself and introduce them to society. What is your goal? What is your identity? These are questions that will arise for you in the early months. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? What plan do I have? And all of these must be written down. It's better to write them by hand on paper, because this makes it so that this writing by my hand with my power is going to the universe. I'm giving to the universe what plan I have for my next 7 years. Usually when we write with a computer, it doesn't go to the universe because technology comes between me and my higher self. But when you write on paper, it gets etched. It gets etched on the earth. The possibility of seeing the success of one of your children or all the children you have, your life's path will completely change. Be careful with your driving, especially in these next 6 months, because even travel might be by train, by plane, or by ship. Be careful with all of these things so that don't speed, because your pace will increase. You won't be that slow, lazy person anymore, working slowly with 1,000 things to do a day, not knowing which one to do or which one to start. All of this comes back to focus. It becomes completely clear. Mind. Your mind clears up, your goal becomes clear, and the rest gets filtered out and disappears. Neptune comes and washes them away. Things you don't need in life will vanish. It goes away on its own, or people and friends, groups that were with you but no longer serve you. The time for using things that have expired or are gone, it just disappears on its own and new things take their place. That which you have in mind now is the time to put it into action. And if you don't take these things seriously and say, there's still time now, and act like the past, your life will remain in that same place for the next 35 years. So move, take action, and act. For everyone, this 84-year cycle, which is an infinitely huge transformation on Earth, doesn't happen often enough to experience. Some people's lifespans don't allow them to experience Aquarius, Uranus in Gemini. It happens once every 84 years, and these transformations come once and last for 7 years. And when we emerge from those 7 years, we've entered a new world that the small human brain can't even imagine right now. Technology will advance like lightning. We will make contact with other planets. The medical, educational, and economic systems, all of these will be broken down, and we will enter a new world, which is due to Aquarius, due to Uranus, due to the planet you come from. And welcome this transformation. It might also interfere with your emotional relationships, or you might truly find someone with whom at a deep level you have a mental, intellectual, spiritual, and soulful connection. Or if you have a partner you're with, or if you've broken off the relationship, there's a chance you'll reunite, but deeper this time. It'll be more stable with more understanding in it. Meaning they finally understand who you really are, because you were lost. Many Aquarius relationships fell apart. Yeah, because you had lost touch with people. People actually wanted to be with you. But it's possible that if you decide to return to a past relationship that ended, go with hope this time. Because the whole nature of that relationship is bound to change, and you'll enjoy it more. You will feel a sense of security. And if it's over and you don't wish to return to that past partner, a new partner will enter your life and you'll have a deep bond with them. But these things might take a few years, or they might take 3 months. The point is that whatever happens in these last 10 days of April, comes into your life, write every single thing down so you remember. These are sending you messages. They're saying your path of the last 7 years, it doesn't work in these areas anymore. Its files must be closed. It should be burned, washed away with water, and gone. And Neptune will do this for you if you don't do it yourself. And you enter a new self, a newborn Aquarius with new goals, born with new behavior and discipline. And you must see what message these 10 days have given you. It could be from someone's text or from listening to an astrologer. Maybe a spiritual teacher gave you a message. See what they are. But wherever you are, be careful with your driving. Watch your ankles. Watch for bone fractures. Don't rush. Don't rush while walking. A different person emerges from you who bears no resemblance to before, and also driving. It's possible you might speed or your brakes might fail. Make sure of your car. One piece of advice I have is to buy a new car. It's a very good idea. Whenever you change your car this year, it's very auspicious, and connect more with nature. It's possible that you'll choose someone who, if you don't have a partner, is not your usual type at all. They're the complete opposite of your usual taste and style. They might be your total opposite, or even the opposite of what you thought you wanted. And if things are good with your partner, I'd say you'll start doing unusual things you've never done before, things you decide in a moment, going on trips, getting out into nature, sitting on the grass and eating together, going to the beach. These things that had died out in your life are coming alive again. They're returning. And also your relationship with your children. Pay attention to what the kids are saying, especially during the last 10 days of April. See where their talents lie. See what artistic interests they're developing. Listen to what they're talking about. Maybe they were into sports, but now they want to try music. It's possible. They've grown tired of school. By the way, for Aquarius children and Aquarians themselves, I don't recommend regular schools at all because their brains work differently from everyone else. Homeschooling is best for Aquarians, whether it's an Aquarius mother, an Aquarius father, or Aquarius children. And you might do some quirky things, strange things with your partner that are incredibly enjoyable. You just decide in the moment and go for it. It's possible that you or the kids might get into painting or explore some unconventional styles. Your fashion style might change. The colors you used to wear could be replaced entirely by bright, vibrant colors. You might get into filmmaking, or perhaps you'll discover a groundbreaking idea in technology. Maybe you'll start a podcast. It's possible. You'll delve into astronomy or the supernatural and all of that. These 7 years are full of transformation, like meeting a new version of yourself. Get excited, because you're going to encounter someone you've truly never known until today. And today this person is born from within you, wishing all the best to all of you, my lovely Aquarians. And now for my dear Pisceans, Uranus, after 84 years, is entering your 4th house. Where is the 4th house? Where is my home? The question of where do I belong? Which group do I belong to? Who am I? What is my identity? Where is my home? Because over the last 7 years, you've been incredibly lost, searching for your identity, searching for peace. It's almost as if it was a school, a place where 7 incredibly challenging and very difficult years have slowly passed by. And now, today, you are finally graduating. Meaning after this 26, you will finally graduate. You are moving on from a 7-year period of your life, a time that Saturn, the great teacher, has guided you through. It was not easy, but now it is over. And you're entering a new 7-year period of your life. And what you build in these 7 years will significantly stay with you for the next 35 years. Uranus entering Gemini brings lightning, brings changes, disrupts life, brings earthquakes. But it brings powerful earthquakes to break our old house and reveal to us a new life. It comes for our entire past home. From 38 years ago, from childhood, from the year 2012, from the year 2017, to bulldoze all of these. And this bulldozing isn't easy for the first year or two. But when you're witnessing these things being destroyed and the dust gets in your eyes and the air isn't very clean, you should know that in another year and a half after that, you will enter a life that is very close to your soul, very close to your personality. Work and life and family and legal issues and pressure from every side, from those around you, from yourself when you didn't even know who you were, what to do, what was right, what was wrong. It comes to destroy all of these. With Neptune, with your own planet, it washes them away with water and takes them to the past, and a new Piscean self will be born from this. So whatever happens, take it as a good omen. Expect the unexpected. 100% there will be infinitely many changes, and they might happen repeatedly. Meaning a job might be taken, a job might be lost, you might move into a new house and then change houses again. It's possible that for those who don't have a partner and are single, partners might change once or twice or several times during these 7 years. And when you realize that this person, because your sixth sense is strong, you realize that this person isn't right for you, so you set them aside and move on to someone else. And you have to keep doing this until that person who is a soulmate and like-minded and on your same frequency is found. And if you have a partner and you're happy with having your partner, you'll do very fun and recreational things and strange and unexpected things together. You might go on trips you've never taken together before, do childish things together that for years you'd forgotten. It's possible. Many moments where you decide, for example, let's go do such and such together. The possibility that if you don't change your home, you change your home decor or do some remodeling. It's possible that you'll turn the whole house upside down and change its shape. All of these are possible. The possibility that your own problems, by reviewing the past, you look at them from another perspective. Because you were born with maternal karma, you have some issues regarding your mother or your mother's family or maternal ancestors, depending on your birth chart. You'll learn over these 7 years that those weren't bad luck or they weren't ill-omened, but rather for the elevation of my soul. And now you look at this situation with a different perspective, seeing what I experienced in childhood, how interesting it was. Now who I am today, this person I am, who is complete, who is happy with myself, is because of those issues that happened to me in childhood. But for someone who hasn't had that experience, it might happen at an older age, and you take an optimistic look at the past. You'll generally come to terms with your problems, especially, I'm saying, in relation to the women around you. Now, it could be girlfriends, it could be a mother, it could be a maternal aunt, it could be a paternal aunt, anyone around you or from your mother's side of the family. Changing homes several times during these 7 years, or your place of residence, or migrating to other countries and cities, or changing decor, or changing jobs, all of these, it's basically clarifying a principle, a question that's in your subconscious and you might not be aware of, which is, who am I? Where do I want to be? What is my identity? Should I try to imitate everyone who is successful, or should I simply envy them? Or am I actually a rare flower, truly unique in my own way, and I need to find out? Where is my home? Where does it fit with my spirit? Not with my neighbor, not in comparison with my friend, not in comparison with others, but who am I and what do I need? These, over the next 3 years, the next 4 years, will lead you to evolution. It will put you on a path that is aligned with your soul. Previously, the jobs you had, maybe none of them were on your soul's path. You were nursing others. You were feeling sorry for others. You thought you came to serve. Now, whoever needs service today, here I am. But from now on, you value yourself. And you don't beg for service from people saying, I serve you because I want your love. Instead, you serve all of humanity because you think it's necessary for you to be there. Any transformation that happens in April, the last 10 days from April 20th to the end of April this year, and actually this very week, it's giving you a message that Uranus has entered your home sign. And if you are making changes in your home, or even in your thoughts, in your home decor, or thinking of buying a house, all of these are paths that are leading you to the future, meaning you have entered and Uranus is welcoming you with this. Take it seriously. Whatever message comes, it's either that I should close these files now, even regarding your job. If you see that there are some issues in the job or changes in the job need to be made, or the partner should change, or the previous behavioral system shouldn't exist. All of this means that I must change this part, this file, this behavior, and move into a new method. Write these down. See what things have happened in these 10 days. That's the same path that will be for 7 years. Therefore, accept it really with open arms. Don't be afraid of change, but rather consider it auspicious. Know that you should have no fear at all. Look at these 7 years with optimism. The hardships of the past 7 years are over, and life completely shows you a new face. If unpleasant things happen within the next year, I say again, just take it with the intention that we are dismantling the previous system. And you, as a modern human, a conscious Pisces person, must come to terms with all these collapses, with all this noise, with all this dust that comes. Accept them, because we are building a palace on this place that we are leveling. Wishing the best for you, dear Pisceans. I entrust you all to my great Creator and wish 7 years of blessed life and peace for all of you.